Hey everybody, this is Bradley Benner with KetoVIP, and many of you may know me already since this is going to be going out to my list and my audience. And I've got several special guests on with me. Most of you would already know Holly Cooper. She's actually the one that introduced me to the Keto OS opportunity, and so I want to thank you for that, Holly. Say hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
And we have two other special guests with us today. We have Wendy and Billy. And guys, I'm going to let you make your own introductions.
Happy to do that. And happy to be here with your people. I'm Wendy Hart. I'm an international speaker and coach, and I have a productivity thing. So I work with solopreneurs around the world to get them to follow through. The brand is procrastinationcureclub.com, and been doing it for 14 years, and we have people on 6 continents doing that curriculum. But I'm here today because I broke a 14-year rule, which was that I would never promote a direct selling company. I'm courted by everybody on the planet to do this because I work with so many women in direct selling companies around the world, and I've always said no. But this was such an extraordinary game changer that I had to try it, and I can't believe my results, and I had to share it with my tribe, and there's explosive growth. Even though this is not my niche at all, people universally are responding to this product and wanting to get on board. So that's a bit about me.
That's awesome. How about you, Billy?
My name is Billy Funk, the Extreme Networker. I am a hybrid marketer, so to speak. So I'm a network marketer that doesn't just market my business offline, I also market it online. And my business partner and I have built teams of over 40,000 people in very short time periods. Together with everybody here, we've got the fastest growing team inside of Pruvit. We saw this at the very beginning and kind of watched from the sidelines, just seeing what would happen, seeing if the product was really working for people, and we were shocked at the organic growth that it was happening, both offline and now online. So we're really excited to be here, Bradley. I mean, anything that you guys need, just let us know. I can tell you this: if your audience likes marketing businesses online or likes marketing products online, they're going to love Pruvit.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you that will be seeing this on as a replay, just like Wendy said, this is not something that I would have even considered. Somebody would have said network marketing. I typically run in the other direction. And the only reason I say that is because years ago, I tried a couple of different network marketing businesses. The last one, or the last one that I was a member of, was called QuickStar, which I guess is now Amway Global. And that's something I did many years ago before I got into the SEO and internet marketing business. And I wasn't real successful with it. I put a lot of time into it. It was cold contacting people on the street. I was really kind of uncomfortable with that to begin with. I learned a lot from that business, though, about sales and communication and that sort of thing. So it was important for me to have experienced that. However, I wasn't very successful as a business model. So when I got the email from Holly to where she was doing a webinar with Wendy and Billy, I just kind of opened it up because I usually like to read what Holly's got anyways, because her and I are colleagues. And so I had it playing in another tab while I was just working on some other stuff, and I realized, like, as I was listening to it, first of all, it was good timing because I got out of shape over the last year due to working on my business and being behind a computer all the time. And I used to be a gym rat. I used to go to the gym all the time. I was in really good shape. I got up to 225 pounds, solid as a rock. And then over the last year and a half, I just let myself go, and I stopped going to the gym. And so when I was listening about the product Keto OS, I was like, well, first of all, I'd like to try this product because just about 90 days ago, 12 weeks ago, I started going back to the gym. And I've been on a low-carb, high-protein diet for the last 90 days, and I've been able to lose 25 pounds, but it's been a complete struggle. I mean, I have worked for every single one of those pounds. Like, I go to the gym for an hour and a half a day, 7 days a week, and I've been eating this really strict diet with low carb but real high protein. It was low carb, low fat, high protein diet. And I've hit several plateaus throughout those last 90 days. And when I was listening to how the Keto OS works as a supplement, it piqued my interest. And I said, you know what, this is something I would like to try. And the internet marketer in me, I started looking at keyword research for ketogenic diet, ketosis, keto diet, the paleo diet. I was looking for all these related keyword terms, and I started seeing so much opportunity from the business side of it, which is what Holly was promoting. And that's when I said, you know what, there's something to this. And so I signed up right away. And I sent Holly a message in Skype and said, hey, I'm in. You sold me. So I'm really looking forward to it. I started taking the product about 5 days ago when I received my first shipment, and I started a strict ketogenic diet. And I know you can take the product without doing a ketogenic diet, but I want to do both since I'm really trying to lose another 25 pounds. And so I'm doing both at the moment, but I can tell from the product itself that when I take it, I feel more focused and I definitely have more energy. Even though my carbs now are below 10% of my macros, my entire what I'm eating, I'm still having the energy even at the gym for an hour and a half in a day. And to me, that's an amazing product. So
I have to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead, please.
Well, no, I think that it really matters to people that are marketers, because you need to have a marketing opportunity, something that's not saturated. And this product is a brand new category. There's no competition for it. Do you know what I mean? So that's part of it. So the keywords are available. It's wide open, as Holly says. And, the other half is you've got to have some kind of game-changing product. And this thing is just nuts. It's not only new, it's so insanely effective. So I, too, I used to be a dancer. I was an athlete, and I was used to that. And then 8 years ago, I had a life-threatening health thing. And when I came through treatment and on the other side, I had put on a ton of weight. And then it took about a year before I wanted to deal with it. And then I've hit it hard. And it's been almost 7 years of strict paleo and working hard and trying everything. And nothing worked. I mean, nothing. I was like, holy crap, I'm getting older, and the things that used to work in my 20s aren't working. And it's been very upsetting. Plus, I had aches and pains I never had, like knee pain and ankle pain and swelling, and I was just like depressed about it. And here I am, this international speaker, and I motivating everybody, and I felt kind of fraudulent. You know what I mean? Like, here's this one area I can't fix, right? So I get on the thing, and I swear, within 20, well, first of all, it plays with your brain chemistry, so it feels like you've taken that pill out of Limitless, the movie or the TV show. It's nuts. It's like your brain's not used to having these ketones. And I've dropped a dozen pounds, but 17 inches. Like, it's fat loss. I just went, like shrunk. It's remarkable. And that was before exercise till like the last 10 days. So it's not just me. I've opened it up to my tribe, and I did this little test call. The way this converts is unbelievable. I did this little test call to just see before sending it to part of my list, and it wasn't even a hangout like this. It was on the phone, and I had 50 people attend, and we had 100% conversion, which is just like,
wow.
I've never had 100%, and it's not my niche. So that was crazy, and now we've got several hundred people on the product in the space of like 3 weeks, right? And they're exploding, and they're all having similar results. So for a marketer that's thinking about, a business opportunity for this, part of it is making sales, which is you can do, and then part of it is people sticking with the product because it's just so good. And then the huge back-end possibility for revenue is when those people know how to share it, of course.
Right.
And probably the most operative thing I can say right here is just what you said. To back up, you did this once before, and you were like, hell, I'm never doing one of these companies again. I did one briefly 10 years ago, not to my list, just gabbing about something I liked. And very quickly I had 25 people in my living room staring at me, going, well, now what do I do? And I thought, this isn't my business. I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to do this, so I bagged it. But I chose Billy, so we are in the best and fastest growing group. They have a direct line for training, so he has amazing training videos, and soon we will have sequenced emails that you can just send out. So it's becoming as automated as an SEO business, where that wasn't a possibility before.
Right.
And because this stuff is so good, people, once they get it, actually want to keep getting it. So it handles the barriers, I think, that were in place that made direct selling untenable for online marketers. This product is a game changer in so many ways. It makes it simple. And we have, just as an example for dollars, I mean, I really going in small, not hitting it hard. I hit that car bonus. They have levels, in addition to making good bank in the first 3.5 weeks, I hit the level where, in addition to the money, they send you an $800 up to an $800 car payment. Get a brand new car. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And yeah, so and now a couple weeks later, I have 2 more people that are about to break that same number. So it's kind of nutty. There's a lot of possibility here.
Yeah. Well, Billy, did you want to add to that? I'm sorry.
Sure, absolutely. So we got started in September, so about 10 weeks ago, and it's been a roller coaster ride from the beginning. I mean, I've never seen. So I've been in network marketing for 3.5 years. So since the beginning of April of 2012, and I failed a lot in the very beginning. I was very close to just going completely into internet marketing and just saying, the hell with network marketing. But really, I figured out that there's not a lot of internet marketers in network marketing that know what they're doing. And there's just it's a wide open part of the industry, and if you can tap into that or have that figured out, I mean, you can get massive results. So I started experiencing some success in network marketing and having a blast with it, where I could do something once, build a team once, and instead of it being recruit, my philosophy is recruit, train, retain, okay, and then you'll actually continue to get paid whether you work this or not. Like, I truly believe right now, Bradley, Wendy, Holly, that I could go to sleep, and I know that Wendy could go to sleep, and I think that Holly could go to sleep, of the 3 of us, and 6 months from now we could wake up and we could wake up with, I don't know, not a pot of gold, but it would be, I believe that my parents would be retired in 2 years whether I continue to work this or not. Awesome. I believe that the same thing is about to happen for you, Bradley. And I think one of the biggest reasons that is possible and probable is that this stuff just works. It flat out works. There is no competition. Nobody else has this formula. To put beta-hydroxybutyrate and MCT oil together in the right combination is very, very difficult, which means that it's going to be extremely difficult for anybody out there to try to knock this off. We're going to be expanding internationally in the very beginning of 2016, like January, and the marketplace has been looking for something like this for a long time. So a mentor told me a long time ago, he said, Billy, if you really want to become wealthy in life, find a problem that a lot of people are having and then simply provide them a solution. 72% of the population is overweight right now. We're inside of the sickest generation, the fattest generation, the unhealthiest generation ever. For the first time in human history, parents are predicted to outlive their children. So that's a major problem going on. This right here seems to be the simplest solution that I've ever seen. If you can't see that, that's Keto OS. Bradley, have you looked at the benefits on the back of this?
Oh yeah. I bought a whole lot of it.
I mean, when you look at this stuff and you experience it, and then you look at the marketing behind it, and as a marketer, does your head not just spin with ideas? You're like, oh my God, I could do anything I want with this.
Yeah. Yeah, right? And Billy, and let me interject for a minute because, like I said, when I started researching the keywords while I was watching the webinar with you three, I had that open in another tab, and I was pulling up keyword research, and I started looking in YouTube because I do a ton of YouTube stuff just like Holly does, and I see a lot of people trying, and there's a lot of other people that are doing like YouTube videos and stuff for Keto OS, but they don't have the experience, I guess, that like Holly and I do with this kind of marketing. And so, like, God bless them for trying. I mean, I see some people that are trying, and that's great, and hopefully they're recruiting people and they're selling the product and everything else, but I think that there's certain skill sets that we have that we could just take advantage of and crush it with it. So
without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, so you've got some brand new marketers, you've got some network marketers. The landscape online is wide open. If you guys are interested in planting your flag in something very early that's small right now, that's going to be absolutely freaking enormous later on YouTube, on Google, this is the time. I mean, it's wide open right now. I mean, you guys could literally dominate this marketplace online, and I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think, you know what, Billy and Bradley, I don't think we made that part abundantly clear. This company is so brand spanking new, and that was another reason that I thought it was a game changer. It was in by private invitation only for a few months, and it opened the doors publicly September 1st, when Billy came in. What I know from consulting companies like this for years is that very often the people who rise to the top quickly and become multimillionaires came in early. Like it's like a land grab right now. Do you know what I mean? Essentially, it's just like, that's not kidding about stake your flag in. And I've been stunned at how fast people have been talking about it. So I have talked to a bunch of people personally, and they've already heard about it. So this is not the kind of thing you want to sit and think about it for a month. It's totally fine if people don't want to do it, but if this speaks to you at all, the opportunity is rush. And I tend not to have that kind of urgency about things. I'm not interested in false scarcity and all that kind of rata-rata, but in this case, it's abundantly clear. I walked into a doctor's office just 2 days ago, and he sells more supplements in Southern California than anybody I've ever seen, right? And I knew he knew about ketosis, so I cold called him, which isn't my style, and I had seen him 2 years ago. So I just walked in and said, hey, I have a gift for the doctor. Can I have his ear for just 3 minutes? And they let me, he's, oh yeah, he brought me back. And I just said, have you seen this? Have you heard about it? And he actually hadn't seen the packet, but somebody had been talking to him about it. And I did about 4 sentences and told him what it would do, and he went, really? No kidding? Like, you can test it in an hour, you pee on a strip, and an hour later you do it again, and you can see that you're in ketosis? Boom. He's like, all right, let me try this and get back to you. So it's such a simple share, but I'm stunned at how fast people are talking about it. So it's good. It's really good for your listeners that they're hearing this now, I guess I should say. Yeah.
Bradley, do you know what we did in our 4th month of business?
Please tell me.
$6 million in sales. So that's not the first 4 months combined. That's just for the month of September.
Wow.
And did even more last month.
Wow.
6 million sales in the 4th month of business. Here's the thing. I've been asking experienced marketers for now over a month if they could tell me the last time a company did that. And I've yet to have somebody go, it was this company then. Everybody kind of goes, yeah, I don't remember the last time a company did that. I'm like, okay, outside of network marketing, outside of affiliate marketing, can you name a company that did that, maybe from the Shark Tank? Because I don't even think that's happened. Inside of any industry, to do 6 million in sales in your 4th month of business is pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing: we didn't do this by what normal network marketing companies or a lot of network marketing companies do, which is they promote the lifestyle, they promote the compensation plan, they promote the opportunity because their product is subpar. Our product is above par. Our product is you're not going to find a better product, and we haven't actually promoted the compensation plan. To the point where it's growing grassroots, because when people get their hands on this, they want more of it, and they accidentally share it with people. They open their mouth up, and they tell people how much energy they have, how much mental clarity they have, how much weight they've lost. I was saying to my roommate earlier, I'm like, dude, what is going on here? I'm literally getting shredded right now with doing very minimal work. I didn't work out on the product for the first 2 months. And I lost just over 7 pounds. Didn't have really a whole lot to lose, but it almost biohacked my body, Bradley, where I've got a 6-pack again, and I haven't lifted a weight. It's weird. Getting cool.
Well, that's great. And it's interesting that you say that the product. I know what you're talking about with people promoting network marketing business opportunities. And that was what they would lead with, was the business opportunity instead of the product. The product was kind of like a byproduct, so to speak, of the business. You know what I mean? Like almost like it was like they just needed something to make a network marketing business, and this just happened to be the product that they selected or created or whatever. But in this case, that's the marketing angle or strategy that I planned on using was leading with the product. And the reason I say that is because and since I was introduced to this last week from Holly and you guys, I've been I'm OCD when it comes to stuff, like obsessive compulsive, and when I get interested in something, I can't it like consumes me. And so I've been studying the ketogenic diet now for like a week, and I've like read so much stuff on it, several books, Kindle books that I bought, everything else, and like it makes perfect sense to me how that diet is like just primes your body for burning fat. And because of that, I think the product with Keto OS being able to produce that state of ketosis with just taking the product without having to go through the diet part of it, you can do that too. But I think that in itself is such a strong selling point that what I plan on doing was selling with the product first, and I'm going to use myself as a case study for that site that you just saw, KetoVIP.com. That is going to be, I have the front page done, but I'm going to have a blog on there, a video blog, because I do everything by video, and I'm going to check in 3 times a week with my progress based on my experiences with Keto OS, the product, and the ketogenic diet as well. And I think that I'm going to use that as kind of my marketing strategy, using me as a case study and in a blog to show like my personal journey through getting fit with this product and using the product as the lead and to bring on people for the business opportunities. That make sense?
Makes a ton of sense to me.
Very
I love
cool.
it. I love it. I was just about to go check out, what was the website again?
KetoVIP.com.
I like that name, Bradley.
So smart.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm genuinely interested in this now. Like what's funny is I had mentioned earlier I've lost 25 pounds in about the last 90 days doing a low carb, low fat, high protein diet. But I had hit a plateau about 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago, where I just stopped losing weight. And like I work really hard at the gym, an hour and a half every single day. And my diet, I've been real strict on my diet, but I just hit a plateau where I just could not break through that. Like I just like stalled out. And when I saw this, that's what gave me the idea was to jump in on Keto OS and to try the product first. Before I decided that I wanted to promote it, I said I want to try the product. And I just started taking it, like I said, about 5 days ago. And about 3 days ago, I started a true ketogenic diet, where I'm doing 10% carbs or less per day. I'm running about 20 to 25% protein and 65 to 70% fat right now, which just seems so counterintuitive. But when you study what the ketogenic diet is, it makes complete sense to me. And I just, in the last 5 days since I started taking the product, I've dropped 2.5 pounds. And I had hit a plateau where I hadn't been able to budge for about 10 days, and that was following that strict low carb, low fat, high protein diet, plus my hour and a half, 90 minutes at the gym every day, and I hadn't budged even a half a pound in about 10 days, and in the last 5 days I've dropped 2.5 pounds. So I know that the state of ketosis is kicking in, and my body is releasing fat now instead of storing it because of glucose and everything else. So for those of you that haven't studied the ketogenic diet, whether you're interested in studying it or not, I think it's fascinating. And if you go to KetoVIP.com, you can see an article on there that I posted. Plus, I'm going to be posting other resources as I find them that will explain the diet and how it works.
Hey, Billy, you want to? Billy has a page about all videos, and that would be really cool to put that on there too.
That would be great.
Yes. Yeah, we could do that. I was actually going to, so, I mean, this stuff is really cool. The benefits, fat loss, fast and sustained energy, reduces brain fog. It's like a windshield wiper for your brain. Increased awareness, increased focus, appetite suppression, assists in abdominal fat loss, strength gain, better mood, decrease in inflammation, better sleep, better digestion and gut health, and clear skin. Have you ever seen one product have all those benefits? It's crazy. Yeah. And so, people are actually experiencing quite a bit of weight loss on this product as well. Weight loss is a giant niche, a huge industry. So my question to anybody that's watching this right now, whether you're watching it live or on a recording, is if you know who Bradley is, if you know who Holly is, if you know who Wendy is, and you don't know who I am, what would it be like, okay, if you were to partner up with Bradley and Holly online, where they were both influenced in helping you get successful?
Right.
Where you guys were working as a team. Can you imagine working with Bradley and Holly? I mean, Wendy and I think, are a little bit new to your scene and your crowd, but I just think that you guys are going to have an unfair advantage. It might not even be fair.
I think it's very unfair. I think, hey, Hal, we should tell them what happened with you and me when we went to Vegas, because that's a pretty funny story. And Bradley's folks really do know you. It was really a blast. I'll start it, and then you can jump in with your results,
Okay.
right? Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so I saw it online. So I saw a video come through that another marketer promoted about this product, and I know him to be very successful, good guy, and very busy. And I know about these kinds of companies, and it really matters what team you're on. So I thought, well, great guy, but I know he's going to be busy with all his other companies. Why do I want to do that? So I did my research, and I found Billy because he had the training in place, and he's so good. I mean, he built teams of like 40,000 people in a matter of months in other countries and with other stuff, and he knows this industry. So I chose him, and then they were having a lockdown. You couldn't get the product right away. They were running out and capping it at $100,000 a day sales because they didn't have the product. Now they've bought 20 metric tons or something of the ingredients, and it ships right away. So I contacted him. I got his number, and I'm like, dude, I'm going on a working vacation with my friend Holly and some other colleagues in Vegas, right? So we're going to go have a blast. It would be really criminal if I didn't have this in my hands. And he graciously FedExed me some. So we're sharing these little half packets together. We get to LA, and we try it. And amazing things happen. I mean, we were drinking. We weren't doing ketogenic diet, right? And eating at the Bellagio buffet and not feeling carb cravings, which I've never had. Those things are off limits for me. And I mean, but I like you, Bradley, am eating butter now. You know, I used to do strict protein. It was so austere, and now my liver was making it into sugar. So I might as well have been eating cake, right? I didn't know that, but now you get to eat like butter and fat and bacon and great stuff. But anyway, Holly, so she takes it. We have a little unboxing video, right? And she tries it, and then an hour later, you were sitting there, Holly, and it was like, oh my God, I don't exercise. I never want to exercise, but I just want to run. I want to run a mile. Like, it was really funny. And then the best part was an hour later. Do you want to tell him what happened with the sitting there, or should I tell him?
Yeah, so an hour later, I was like, we were going to go and play poker. That kind of was part of the reason why I went and flew to Vegas. And I came out and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't go play poker. And they're like, what? That's why you came out here. And I was like, I have to sit down and build 10 sites right now. I already know my keywords. And they were like, okay, you go right ahead. I just had such clarity on what I wanted to tackle that I literally just sat down and typed it out and built the sites. And I was so super focused, like there could have been anything going on around me, and it wouldn't have been, I wouldn't even notice, because I never have been like that. Like, I am pretty focused on what I'm doing, but I, will look around and watch the TV and everything at the same time, and there was nothing that could get my, attraction. It was crazy.
And how much did you lose, like within 2 days or something?
So, so I started on Saturday morning, and I flew back on Monday, and Monday I weighed myself, and I lost 10 pounds in 2 days. And, that was crazy. And, I've done the keto diet a year and a half ago, and I lost about 35 pounds. It was really hard for me, though, because I had to keep dieting and staying on, the right kind of food, which I like to eat sugars, and I like to eat chips and everything. So when I was actually on it, I lost the 35 pounds. It was really just hard to stay on it. I didn't like the feeling of it. But when I take and drink this, I still can lose the weight. And I'm not a person who wants to run or wants to exercise or wants to walk. I mean, from here to outside my mailbox is like a lot of work for me to do, And I actually, I went off it for a few weeks. I had some personal things going on, and I started it back this week. I'm doing half packets. And yesterday and today I walked on the treadmill for half an hour because I am just like, I want to get back in shape. And and I don't feel like jittery. It doesn't make me feel jittery, but I'm just like, I could run. Like,
it's funny that you say that, Holly, because that's what I like to work out. Like, I've always enjoyed that. In fact, I felt like a slug for that year and a half that I'd taken off the gym to focus on my business. And I truly enjoy it. Like, I love I even enjoy cardio, believe it or not, but I like to lift weights and everything else. I've been doing it for years. And when I was trying to lose weight for the last 90 days, and I was on a low-carb, low-fat, but high-protein diet because I didn't want to lose muscle mass while I was doing all the cardio. Plus, I'm strength training too. And so I knew that I had to have the higher protein. But because I was running such low carbs, my total carb intake was between 20 to 25%. Those of you that understand macronutrients, you know what I'm talking about. But I was having trouble powering through my workouts because my glucose levels were low enough to where I didn't have the energy, and because I was trying to keep on a low carb, because my body's really sensitive to carbs, it always has been. I put on weight real easy. So when I started reading about this, and I said, well, shoot, if I could turn fat into my energy source instead of carbs or glucose, then I should have plenty of energy because I'm carrying around a lot of fat. I'm at like 22% body fat, which is high for a man, you know. So I said, I want to definitely try this out. And when I first started taking Keto OS, just like 5 days ago, even before I started the ketogenic diet, I started taking it just to try it. I wanted to see how it worked. And I have had incredible energy at the gym, including even when I'm strength training. I feel much more, I feel stronger, to believe it or not. I mean, it might sound silly, but I feel stronger because I'm able to push out more reps with the same weight or more weight with the same reps. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So
yeah, it makes you feel like I could do just a ton of push-ups, and I'm not, you know, I'm overweight, and I could lose at least 50 pounds, and my doctor would be happy. And, you know, I was worried about taking it after my surgery, so I took a packet in this week. I had an unexpected doctor visit, and I took it to her, and I said, I would like to go back on start this, you know, and she looked at it, and I'm like, and I'll just leave a couple packets with you, and you can actually try it at the same time. And that's not like me at the time, you know, it's not like me at all to go and, I mean, because, you know, Bradley, we do SEO, we're online people, we aren't offline people, so it, you know, I started to go back on it, and I gave it to her, and she was like, yeah, that would be good for you to lose weight. And, you know, she's like, technically the diet that I was on was not good for me because I was only taking in 5 carbs a day, and I felt like I was really, really weak. Where this, I can drink it, and within, for me, it takes maybe 20 minutes, and I can feel it in my system, and I want to go run. So, you know, I'm not going to the extreme of some people cutting out a lot of my foods. I'm cutting down on my sugars, on my sodas. So I'm trying to do it slower so it doesn't, like, because I don't want it to hit me really hard. But I'm still, like, you know, losing inches and losing weight.
that's great. Well, guys, I guess really what I wanted to talk about now, and then we'll start wrapping up, would be just more about the business opportunity. You know, the product is great. I can speak for that in just 5 days, and as I said, I'm going to turn my KetoVIP.com site into kind of like an ongoing, live, real-time case study, and use myself as the actual case study. So I fully expect that I'll be able to have some pretty good results that I can share on there, and I'll be updating regularly 2 or 3 times per week. But as far as the business opportunity, for those of you that are watching right now or watching the replay, look, the health and wellness industry, I don't even have the stats. Maybe you do, Billy or Wendy, but the health and wellness industry is a several $100 billion per year, if not $1 trillion per year industry. Do any of you have the exact stats on what it is?
No, just that it's everywhere. Do you know, Billy?
No, I mean, weight loss itself is, I believe, the #1 niche. I mean, if it doesn't outtake skincare, it should very quickly, based on the alarming rate of, it's got to be #1. I mean, I was looking for a world counter. There's this really cool website that shows how much products are purchased in the weight loss industry every single minute and second in the United States. I'll find that and shoot it over to you. It's pretty amazing.
Well, and there's a really helpful workaround because we don't actually promote Keto OS as a weight loss product, quote unquote, because people are different, and you don't know who's going to be eating donuts all day and who actually is going to, you know, move into another direction. And even the people that do eat donuts all day have such amazing benefits, right, because of the mental clarity and the appetite suppression, and a lot of aches and pains go away, even though this is not medical advice, so stuff like that. But it's interesting because you don't actually have to promote it. So you know how on Facebook, if you're retargeting, you can't, you know, good luck getting through the terms of service if you're trying to use weight loss in your keywords. Right. That's tricky, right? However, ketosis and ketones are documented. The reason people lose weight is that when your body attains a state of ketosis, ketosis makes that happen. So all these ancillary benefits happen because your body gets into ketosis, and you can pretty much Google anything, ketosis and whatever, arthritis or whatever, and you see all these benefits. So you can start with part of your marketing, whatever your message is or your hook, but then you can quickly on your pages list the documented effects, positive effects that ketosis has. So you're not saying this has it, you're saying ketosis has it, and then this product creates the conditions for ketosis to happen. And it's a game changer because this is the first time they've ever had a therapeutic dosage of this stuff that didn't taste like rocket fuel. You know, it tastes like an orange dreamsicle. That's the other thing. It tastes good. You know, I doctor mine up. There's a little aftertaste, stevia, so I put a little vanilla in it. You know, people do stuff. Billy makes it like a pina colada with coconut LaCroix. You know, it tastes great. So, but people are not rejecting it, and scientists have been trying to get this, and that's part of the breakthrough is that it tastes good.
Yeah, I've been mixing it with unsweetened almond milk, and it comes out really good because that adds a little bit of fat. Almond milk is just a little bit of fat, and that's it with no sweetener in it, and it actually comes out really good. So
nice.
And you know, that's what I totally agree. Like, I know the diet. Look, here's the thing: the health and wellness industry is huge. I mean, it's several $100 billion per year, if not in the trillions, which it very well may be. I just know it's huge. It's absolutely huge. And dieting is like, guys, there's like two types of products out there, right? There are vitamins and painkillers. In other words, a vitamin is a product that you think is nice to have, you'd like to have it, but it's not necessary, you don't need it. Then there's painkillers. Those are the types of products where, like, you have to have it. No matter what, you've got a problem and you need to solve that problem. Well, weight loss is a painkiller industry. That's where, you know, people, they are obsessive about it when somebody decides that they want to lose weight, right? And so because of that, there's a lot of money being spent in that industry. and this being a very, very specific sub-niche type of diet, and right now it's very low in competition. Like, there is a prime opportunity here, and that's why I jumped on this. Otherwise, I would have never given this the time of day because it's a network marketing thing, and I would have run. But But the fact is that, you know, in looking at the keywords, there are so many opportunities. And for anybody that ends up becoming a distributor, that ends up in my team, I'm going to be doing regular training webinars, teaching you guys and sharing with you guys how I am marketing the product, including my keyword research, the methods that I'm using, which are building ATM and lead gadget sites as well as SERP Shaker sites. I know that that's what Holly does a lot of. Video SEO, you guys know we do a ton of video stuff. Social media marketing, you know, building that email list, which apparently Wendy was saying that the Pruvit team is actually going to be giving us an autoresponder series, a follow-up sequence, which is great. So there's just so many different things that we could pull together and actually create this really dominant marketing team for this opportunity. And I just want everybody to be aware of the fact that, you know, this is something I want to hold regular webinars, whether it's once every 2 weeks or something like that, where we get together for an hour and it's about training and about team growth, if that makes sense.
Wow, what an invaluable opportunity for your people, because they're going to be able to watch you promote something from scratch, watch your case studies, but then also learn, have a whole marketing education by getting to be at the front of this with you. It's very exciting on many, many levels.
So here's the thing that I think maybe some people might not realize. If you're brand new, you never really did network marketing, you never really understood network marketing. The reason that I love network marketing is that the four of us actually can work together, where if you're working with Bradley and Holly, you're not competing with them. In fact, they'll actually help you outrank them. Pretty crazy if you think about it, because we're working as a team, and so the more people that you actually bring into this that are like Bradley, that are like Holly, that are like Wendy, I mean, it's not a one-tier affiliate is what I'm saying. It's not a two-tier affiliate either, meaning that if you were to bring somebody in that better than you, most times in affiliate marketing, we're like, well, I don't want that person to come in because he's got, you know, half of my list is in his list, and he knows how to rank better than I do. So I'm going to make sure that he doesn't hear about this product or opportunity. That's not the case here. In fact, the more people you bring in better than you, the more money that you're going to make.
Yep.
And we have a product that people, you know, they fall in love with. Meaning that this isn't you going out there and working your butt off for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then getting paid once or twice. This is doing something once and get paid on over and over and over again, from here in California to New York and back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I have a real strong point of view about that too, because my income level completely changed when I switched to continuity, a continuity model as the primary model. But I'll tell you, as somebody that's run various continuity programs for years, they are a lot of work to spit out quality content all the time. And worth it, but I mean a lot of work. That's a business. That's a lot of work. And to have this thing where you get the benefit of continuity, as you were saying at the beginning, and recurring and recurring and recurring, but not having to create content all the time, it's a miracle. You know, it's like SaaS or something else. You know, you sell it once and they're using it all the time, and you get that money. It's remarkable, and I really do. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I think this is going to change how weight loss happens, at least in the United States. And when they open to 40 more countries after the first of the year, that infrastructure is all in place, by the way. A lot of people get it wrong, but the guys that started this were very successful other places, and that whole infrastructure is already built. So they're going to be able to just plug it in. And you talk about keywords, it'll explode in a way. That's untouched virgin territory that's about to hit it hard. So I recommend that people also join your team now, really get the ins and outs, and by January 1st, holy mother of God, you know what I mean? Pardon my mouth. Also, there's that other thing, because in my work, in the psychology work, and the unconscious mind work, you know, the underground programming that we all have, the entire world shifts to weight loss and health starting about December 27th.
That's right. Yep. New Year's resolutions.
The whole world. So, and it's more powerful there at the beginning of the year than any other time. So you don't want to miss that boat. You'd like to have your stuff in place ahead, because it's going to be monstrously big, in my humble opinion. Yeah.
It's awesome. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to say once again, you know, this is I think a great opportunity. You know, I'm jumping in with all 4 feet, so to speak. You know, I really am. I'm going all in with it as far as devoting a bunch of whatever spare time I can to building this out, and because I truly believe that this is an opportunity to make a lot of money, but also to help people. And you know, that, I mean, to me, that's important. And so anybody that, like I said, ends up joining my team, you know, I'm going to be working with closely, because just like Billy and Wendy just both said, you know, it really is, it benefits, it's in my best interest to help you, to bring more business in as well. And so, like, I want to kind of make this like, you know, a recurring training event or collaborative event, really, because you guys can train me just as good as I can train you. And I'm talking to our audience right now. So, where we can just get together, brainstorm, figure out what's working and how to improve, and ride this wave that's before us. So, Holly, do you want to add anything?
I just want to add that I can't imagine anyone not jumping on this team, because we have 2 of the top SEO providers on here. We have one of the top coaches on here and one of the top MLM marketers on here. And I have only been promoting it, what, Wendy? Have we been doing it maybe 6 weeks?
You haven't, maybe, not even 5 weeks?
I don't even think I've been doing it 6 weeks.
And you were out for like 3 weeks because you had major surgery, right? So you were... Yeah.
So in 1 week's time, I put up, I think there was, I want to say I put up 10 websites. Each site is actually indexed 500,000 pages. Can you imagine what's going to happen in December, January? I rank for like every single city in the United States. Like, that's exciting, you know? And that didn't take me that long. And that's something, I mean, Bradley, that's Surfshaker. How hard was that? That took me, you know, 25 minutes at most. And, you know, and I've done a lot of the testing, so I'm kind of ahead of the SEO world, Bradley, because there's not a lot of SEO people in this, which is why I jumped on it, because I was also scared of MLM. You know, someone say, you know, like just yesterday I was offered a jump ship, and I was like, dude, I'm not doing another MLM. This is the one. Don't even offer it, because it's not happening, you know. And you know, and I did press releases. Cost me $60. It took 2 days. They wrote the whole thing. Once Google and, you know, I had 600 news agencies pick it up, it was number 3 in the news. Like, how hard is that? And all I had to do is pay $60.
I've got a press release written, waiting to distribute. I was waiting till this webinar was done, so I'm following your lead, Holly.
Yeah, and you know, and I've done the Facebook ads, and I know on who to spy on, and so just yesterday I grabbed like 200 of his keywords, and so I know what he's banking on, so we have the keywords to use that he knows are, like I'm piggybacking off someone else's team, which is okay, but it's also work for us to do too.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that this is going to just be huge in January. It's huge now. Like when I've actually done the promotions and I've been able to work, I signed up about 100 people or so. I don't know how many people Wendy has signed up, but and that was with my eyes closed, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and I signed up because I'm used to doing everything all by myself, like the lone solopreneur. Do you know what I mean? That rugged thing. I work hard. And it's really different to have really strong people. So overnight, in the last few days, I've got like probably 10 hubs, like you all. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a very fat, extra ancillary income stream. Yeah. Largely, ultimately passive, not completely. You're still going to need you're going to have this training, which is the amazing part. And, I have a little help desk, right, answering some people. But man, it's huge, it's exciting, and we're on the cutting edge of something. I feel like it's a perfect storm of opportunity and an even playing field. And what I'm excited about is helping to develop all the people that your people bring on, right? To have the training in place to make it so easy, because that's the thing. I always saw the elephant in the room was this big kind of, people don't want to be smarmy, they don't want to share it. So your people are SEO people. But they're going to get a jillion customers who are not SEO people. And what do you do with those people? Well, those people in the past had to have some complicated, pushy explanation that turned people off, and that was the elephant in the room. That's why people are averse to network marketing. All of that is gone here because your Aunt Martha can take a packet and share it with her friend who's had whatever ailment she's had or, overweight, and you just shake it up. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to talk. You're just like, hey, will you trust me? You bring a shaker, they have a drink, then you have coffee about something else for an hour, and then in an hour they pee on a ketone strip, which proves they're in ketosis, and they feel better, and they have an experience, and then they just want it. So it's very easy to teach people how to duplicate it by being authentic and not smarmy, and the product's a miracle. So I think with all of that, the revenue's assured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see Billy over there drinking it as we speak.
Oh, it's delicious. It tastes like an orange creamsicle. Yeah. So this is just water, ice, and some keto OS. I do like it with LaCroix coconut water. So later today, I'm going to probably have like a half a scoop of the charged, or I'll probably take a full one. Who am I kidding? And and it's delicious. It makes me feel good. I'm shocked. I'm shocked because it's working for so many people. Like it's really, really cool to see a product that truly works and helps people, and then to be at the ground floor of really the positioning of where we're at, and to be on a hangout with two badass SEO wizards who are about to go dominate this landscape, and to have you who are watching this right now have an opportunity to lock arms with them, where you're not competing with them. They want you to win too. It's cool. If I was doing any better, I think I'd be twins.
Hey, I just realized as you were speaking, we forgot about that whole other slice of the niche. So the super athletes, it's crazy. Or people that, because you've been seeing like a 2 to 10% increase in performance.
I'm going to say so I started saying to people, hey, if there was a product that could elevate your performance by 2 to 20%, would you want to try it? I mean, can you imagine athletes saying no to that? I mean, of course, if you came up to them and you were all like ripped and had veins coming out, they'd be like, come on, dude, that, I'm sure you don't have something legal. But can you imagine any one of us saying that to somebody and then them going, well, what is it? Well, it's an all natural product. It's Keto OS. So everybody that tries it, in the athletic world, are getting incredible results. I mean, I started rock climbing again for the first time in really years this last 2 weeks, and the strength gain that I had from it, I was climbing things that I was predicting was going to take me weeks to months to actually get to. The recovery time was, so small compared to what it should be. I got an MMA fighter, Brandon Vera. His trainer, when he was 2 weeks into his boot camp, was telling him that Brandon was performing like he was 6 weeks in. I talked to an Olympic weightlifter about 6 days ago who is in her 50s and experiencing PRs on the product. Triathletes, ultramarathon runners. So there's something cool going on here, and you got a chance to. What I want to suggest to anybody out there, there's a 90-day money-back guarantee.
Oh, okay? Yeah.
So there's a 90-day money-back guarantee. You got nothing to lose, so at least try this. Whether you want to promote this and market this as a business with Holly, and it doesn't matter actually, because if you don't want to actually promote it, this stuff right here is going to work. Is going to help you out. So I think right now, if you really wanted to try something and actually go out there and share it with people, this stuff right here will work better than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, and also Bradley, like you said, Wendy said, and talking about you're right. There's like a niche within the niche, because I've been looking, in the keyword research, and I've literally collected over 1,000 different keywords to target that have to deal with ketosis and ketogenic diet supplements and so forth. And one of the sub niches that is really popular in is bodybuilding, ketogenic diet for bodybuilding and ketogenic bodybuilding, and I've got a whole rack of keywords specifically for that, which is a very, very narrow segment of the ketogenic diet niche, but it's one that they're very, very passionate about. So that's just a whole other opportunity. And lastly, another thing is I started doing research I do a lot of YouTube advertising as well, which is pay-per-click ads for YouTube. And I'm seeing just a whole lot of opportunity there too, because people go to YouTube all the time to look for how to get six-pack abs and how to do this and how to do that, and those are great opportunities to get an ad to drive somebody to a landing page where they can get more information about Keto OS. And so the opportunities are just huge to be able to grow this business, in my opinion.
Ketones are hot right now.
And there's not that many marketers doing YouTube ads. There's like that I know of, maybe 2.
Yeah.
It's so wide open, it's ridiculous.
Yep. Bradley, can you imagine a YouTube ad video, with Keto OS, with maybe a before and after, and the 90-day money-back guarantee?
Oh my God, crazy! Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's awesome.
the guy that was the first, who's part of our team, who's remarkable. He was one of the first customers, and he's in with the owner. So, Mike Rutherford, Billy, he had a before and after where he lost. Now he's lost like 50 pounds. At that point, I think he'd lost like 35 pounds. He blew it out. He built this enormous. You probably can't talk about the revenue he generated like in month 2, Billy, but it's like obscene, the amount of residual income that happened from him natively putting up a Facebook thing with a before and after picture. Like that's kind of mostly what they did, and it's just exploded. So to be on your team with your case study that you're going to put and your video blog about it, right, and your results, it's going to be wicked crazy with the SEO a bit. Oh, look, there we go. This dude.
Look at this. Look at this. How crazy is this? So he weighed 217 pounds when he first started taking the product, and as he now weighs less than 171. I think he weighs like 165.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's incredible what he's been able to do on this product. And yeah, I would imagine is actually making about $50,000 a month right now.
Yeah. And back end. That's not new signups. That's his back end residual.
That's residual income. That's money that he would get whether he's sleeping, working, or playing video games.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's a recurring revenue model, guys. That's the business we should all be in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. Well, listen, guys, I want to tell you how much I appreciate you taking the time out to come join us today, and thank you, Holly, as well, for introducing me to this, because I'm really, truly excited about it. There's no question. And I just want to encourage everybody to that's watching this. Those of you that have signed up, I've had a few sign up already. Thank you. You're on a good team. I promise you that. I'm going to be here to guide you throughout the process as much as I can. Anybody that hasn't joined yet, jump on the opportunity. Like Billy just said, it's a 90-day money-back guarantee to try the product yourself. And once you try the product, I think you'll be a believer as well, which means you can lead with the product instead of, like Wendy called it, being swarmy and trying to sell people on the business opportunity. You can lead with just the product. And as a matter of fact, you don't even have to promote the business opportunity. You can just promote the product, and then people can see what, and share it, become a distributor when they purchase anyways. So for anybody that's not aware of how to do it, if you go to my it's benner.pruvitnow.com. Also, there's a link on KetoVIP.com, which is my blog that I'm setting up now for that. But if you go to purchase the product, you'll see a promoter link there that you can also sign up to be a distributor or a promoter for the product without even purchasing it. But I highly recommend that you purchase it so that you can try it and be a brand advocate for that. So thanks, guys. I want to thank you once again for being here.
Yeah,
It's our
thanks
pleasure.
for having us on.
Yeah, really fun.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And the next time we have one of these, I'll mail that out to the list too. So I'll leave it up to Holly, Wendy, and Billy for you guys to let me know when the next one is, because I'll be happy to attend.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.